around Christmas time, New Year, Christmas time, the youth Fullspeed clan, German Fullspeed clan, had the idea of doing a tiny solo Fullspeed Cup in TrackMania2 Stadium. Okay, and this is what we're going to cast tonight. It's called deadgamecup. You still can participate. Like we are playing on 3 maps in total. You had to prepare for about a week now, and yeah, I'm just about to show you the format real quick before we start. It's looking more complicated than it is, guys. Okay, don't be shocked about the presentation here. Leguit alone. Chroma? Chroma where? Hello, monkey. Hello, monkey, dude. So that's the format, guys. Okay, like we actually have a qualification phase which is about to start in 7 minutes. There is an unlimited number of players can join, but the top 24 will actually get seeded into the group phase out of 4 groups. Okay, it is defined who is going to be mixed up with whom. Like as example, for the group 1, it's going to be the best player in the qualification phase with the 8th, 9th, 16th, 17th, and 24th player, okay? To actually get those very good players in all the groups, you know. So we got 4 groups for the group phase, and then also for the format, like the qualification is as on the Fullspeed League, guys. If you remember, we played 10 rounds. It's rounds mode. We play 10 rounds, and the best 24 times get qualified. So you don't have to accumulate points in those 10 rounds. You just have to drive the best time you can in 10 rounds. You have 10 possibilities. Okay, that's the format for the qualification. Then in the group phase, later on, we have finalist mode. We have finalist mode with 2 finalists, 2 winners actually, and the 2 winners of each group, okay, are getting into semifinals. As we can see, so 8 players out of 24 will go into, no, sorry, not 8. Exactly, the 8 players will get here into semifinals, okay? And then same format again. It's finalist mode. Each group has 2 winners, and those 2 winners are going into the finals today, okay? And those 4 people play until we got 3 winners for the podium. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Easy as that. Everything today, Kenan. Everything today in around 2 to 3 hours, I think. I will not be able to watch every group because the matches are taking place simultaneously. Okay, so the qualification we will actually we will check or hop into the room in 4 minutes, right? Which is starting then, and then the matches here are taking place simultaneously. Man, my English. So I will actually just hop into a match and then watch a bit of that match, and later I will maybe join another room and watch the rest of that match, okay? Same with the semifinals. It takes place at the same time, and then the final, of course, it's only 1 match. Hello, Harry Jr. So actually, that's the plan with that beautiful Dead Game Cup. Now the question you might have is, what can I win? Well, you can win the best thing out there. It's called honor. Okay? So, do your best. Wait, I get to count away those viewers. I think we got 31 people. Without total, 30 people actually attempting, competing. So good luck, have fun. Warm-up is over. It is the first live round here out of 10. And of course, since we got 10 chances, I think people will risk in order to get a good time, of course. We stay with Dave here in this very first round, a keyboard driver. Driving for shift since SPS, and so far pretty close. This transition is pretty mean because you can avoid any kind of airtime by going a bit riskier, and Dave seems to get a very good line into that wall as well. This wall is one of the most important sections of the map because you can lose or gain or keep a lot of speed, but Ted and Kirill somehow having a bit of a better pace overall. Ted with a big lead, Kirill now coming back a bit apparently, but Dave's still in a safe 3rd spot. I mean, as I was mentioning, top 24 are getting into the group phase, and we got 30 people, so I mean, out of everything, 6 people will not make it in the group phase. So it's not a very, very, very big pressure, in my opinion. But yeah, for those top 3 drivers, Ted here from Aurora Racing, actually gaming in his very first round and finishing with a 1:58 time, followed by Kirill, Acid, and UnluckyLortee, by the way, driving second TrackMania here in his first one as well. So very nice times here by the pros, by the best. And it's already looking pretty good for them to get into the group phase. And Ted clipping in the moment. I'm clicking on his name. Oh my goodness, we got the change moment with us today. That's, let's say a bit sad, but it's the nature of me casting. I'm super sorry, Ted, but Ted did such a good time, actually, in the first round. I mean, it doesn't matter too much. As I was saying, you don't have to finish 10 times. You just have to get such a good time, which is top 24 times out of every qualifiers. Yep, Lordy. Of course, what did you expect? We got Acid here and Purple. Wait a second. We got a crash here from Kirill. It was Kirill crashing and DNFing now because he crashed. So we have Zoe. Sorry, we got Purple and Acid here leading the pact. Followed by Max, Flashtube and Doomsday in 3rd, 4th and 5th. And yeah, it's looking good for Purple and Acid here. Oh, Acid almost crashing. Has to save, has to stop DSD. But he will still finish safely. But I think that wasn't a good time for him. It wasn't as good as the last round. So yeah. But plenty of Daddy Money records being braked here. By people, beautiful to see. Not bad, not bad. Morgan likes, what do you mean, Resident Sleeper? Someone not finishing? And Josh, by the way, is here. I wasn't sure about Josh playing the Dead Game Cup earlier because he said he can't stay long in the stream. Is the map old or fresh new? This map is not fresh new, but it's the latest of the 3 maps we're going to play today. It's like some month older, if I'm not mistaken. Let's have a look at Doomsday here. He had it. Oh, we got a crash here by someone. 2 crashes actually in total at that risky part of the map. But you have to risk it if you want to do a good time. But I think if you were one of the good drivers, like in the first 2 rounds now, we had already out of 10. I think you can start to chill a bit, or you can even try to go even more riskier in order to beat your time you had so far. Since we got 30 people playing, and the best 24 out of those people will actually make it into qualification. But Doomsday here not having his best, and we got a 3rd crash here on this section. This part is very, very crucial as well. Doomsday clipped a tiny bit, but he is still on the field, and now he's crashing because he tried to get that exit as the out of the loop, but that wasn't actually at the optimal line. And Kirill here, by the way, with a best time off the room so far. That's a 0.4, which is very, very decent. That's 0.2 behind WR, by the way. When you check the TrackMania records here, so he just got the best time here of the room, as you can see on top left. This is a very, very decent time on such a 1-minute full speed track. Let's keep with Inertia, the US driver, which is also in GFF, by the way. GFF, if you don't know, guys, is a very, very old TMNF and TM2 clan. They are still active in both games, but not active in TM 2020, which is kind of sad, but he seems to be in EVO in TM 2020 and in GFF here in the 2 other games. Banger song, yes, let me make it a bit louder, a tiny bit louder. Sorry, guys. Frozen picture, I know. There we go. Inertia here, by the way, gaming against Legit, but we seem to not see any kind of Kirill, Acid, and Ted as well in the front. Maybe, I don't know if Ted already said, dude, I have a very decent time. I just can chill down now and not play anymore. Like, is Ted even in the speckers? Let me check. No, he's not. So he should be driving, but I believe he crashed. If he's not in the front here somewhere, I made a mistake. But Legit about to drive a 1st position in this 4th round with a decent 0.7 time. This is the 3rd best time we have seen on the room so far. So he will be for sure as well in the group phase. Oh, you can click on the name here as well. That's interesting, baby. How are you doing? Snip, you can still join. True, there are still 5 rounds to play in qualification. Maybe for your 4th if you are joining right now. And I think that should be enough for such a good driver as you, Snippen, to get a top 24 time here out of 30 players. Switch didn't play on Tip 2. I think Switch did. Hello, Jonas, by the way. oXre not having a very decent run, but he is still driving. oXre also not, you know, accounting to the best of the best yet, but he's playing full speed, I think, with a lot of passion, a lot of joy, and yeah, seeing him here compete against those people is funny, but I mean, it's fun and it's good to see. But he is 23rd, by the way, with his 1 minute 2 second time he has on the room. So he is one of those who should maybe keep pushing a bit to stay alive. Zhao, by the way, is also on 24, and then we got Sam. Let's have a look at Sam's in here, which is not in top 24 of the room at the moment. So he has to perform in those 4 last rounds, by the way. He's trying to, but he went actually for a decent line, but he was a bit too wide, so he missed. Oh, we got a crash there on the right side. Oh, and a second crash on the wall entry. But yeah, he missed the booster. Didn't start, so he's again a bit slow, but he could still finish maybe with a better time than he has now. A better time than, like, he has to do a 1.1 second time in order to be in the field, which are getting into group phase. Nicholas, I wanted to join. I'll play a bit then. Yeah, you can join still, but this is qualification phase. We got 4 rounds left out of 10, as you can see here. It's round 6. No, 7, 8 red line. This is the 5th last round actually. 4 rounds after this. So yeah, you can join if you want, if you know the maps. And we get very good times again here by Acid, doing the 3rd best time we have seen in the qualification so far. So he will be in for sure as well. And Sam finished with what? Oh, damn, I missed it. He is on 25 now. Still 25. Okay, he hadn't a good run. So let's actually stick with Sam a bit to see if he is able to... Oh my god, the crash there. But this is a risky part again. You want to erase airtime. So you have to risk it. But I think if you have already a good time here, it's okay. So Sam having a better start than he had before, but already losing a bit of ground here. Comparing to the faster driver in front of me. The question is just, is he able to drive a top 24 time on the room? How is it with UnluckyLortee, by the way? He has a similar pace than Samsim, let's say, but it doesn't look very good either for him. And Zhao, by the way, is still praying that he somehow stays on his 24th spot, unless he can pull up a better time. And, you know, dude is not getting a better time this round, but he will still have 3 possibilities after that one. Zhao also dead, and Sam still not a better time than his point.
Actually, it's 4 ahead, right?
2.1.
5 ahead.
Urvisty, thanks so much for the follow. Highly appreciate it, man. Thank you. Hello, Switch. I have to admit, unless they don't have another nickname in TM2 Stadium, that I'm not aware of everyone driving. By the way, like this Benny guy here. By the way, if you want to see what Sam and UnluckyLortee should actually somehow be able to drive, let's have a look at Kirill again. Which has the best time on the room, which is definitely in the group phase. Just that you get an idea of how the optimal line should look like. And he is DNFing out of freaking nowhere. Thank you, Kirill. Let's stick with Ted, which seems to come back a lot, and Dave and Moose, both from Shift Team. Wow, Ted with an incredible good line. after the first section of the map, getting into the second half of the map now with very, very good amount of speed. Oh, almost. Oh, he clipped a bit. Now he lost every speed he had, but Ted is second on the room, so it's okay, I guess. He has nothing to be afraid of. So yeah, again, we got Sam to spec, picked by the game. The question is now, is Sam able to get a 24 spot? And no, he still isn't, which is sad. But Raisin now, getting a 1.6 time on this map, so Raisin as well. Going to be in the group phase if no one snipes him too badly. Also, Shadox is someone I'm not aware of, so it's good to see people, you know, I don't know myself, but are trying to compete here in the Dead Game Cup. So to be honest, like, this is our second last qualification round, and Yulo dude Samzim and Zhao is also in the mud now because he's not top 24 anymore. They just have to give everything they can. Bostic, Hype and Trix, by the way, also on the last position of the 30 competitors here in the room. Really, really in the mud here because they got 2 rounds left. They have to actually push as much as they can. Sam not hitting every SD, but at least he have a somewhat okayish line, angle-wise, let's say, but he's not hitting all the SD. So as you can see, people are pulling off away of him. But the question is this going to be his lobby PB now? And it is! Sam managed to get on 24 with a 0.9 actually. 1 minute and 1 second 0.9, which is still, you know, far ahead of WR, but still this is a time which is leading him into group phase if no one snipes him now in the very last round, which is about to start in a second. So Samzim here praying, or actually going all in now. He has to go all in order to get even better time than he had last round. Yeah, so actually have a look at the second, at the 25th position here from Shadox. Shadox as well. Someone I don't know myself. And according to his lines, which also might not be the most experienced Fullspeed driver, but he has here a pretty good line. And look at the speed he can actually keep in that very important wall transition we had just seen. And yeah, now he's able to come back. Is this going to be, the question is this going to be a better time than Samzim in the last round? Is this going to be a group phase time? It looks pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. He's a 0.9 now. He's a second behind first position, which is Chroma, by the way. Chroma also trying to game his spot here on the group phase. But Shadox, is Shadox able to pull up a better 1.1.9 compared to Samzim? And it is not a better time, so he will stay at his 25th position. But Sam is in. GG to everyone. So yeah, we got our group phase winners here, as we can see in the local records. Show all the records exactly. So this is the situation we have after the qualification, ladies and gentlemen. This is what we can see at the moment. Look at this. So we got, of course, the expected fast drivers, such as Kirill, Ted, Acid Goekia, Leguit, Chroma, Leguit with the better time than Chroma, which is kind of sick. Josh, Inertia, Purple, Dave, Max, Moose, Arthann, Flashtube, Doomsday, Meek, Math, Davos, Raisin. I cannot read. Thank you, game. That's a bit nice. What is the format? The format is the top 24 time switch. The format is, I explained it, you know, before we started, so you were not there. The format is 10 rounds, best time of 10 rounds brings you into qualification if you have one of the top 24 times. Okay, so 30 people competed, as we can see here, but only 24 are getting into the group phase. I can show the picture again here, guys, so that you are aware of the format. And yeah, Snippen, I'm wearing the Youth Gastgeber outfit. That's the format, ladies and gentlemen, if you missed it. So we had here, see, 24 people are getting divided into 4 groups for the group phase, consisting 6 people per group, okay? And from now on, those matches will take place simultaneously. I will have to pick a room and to watch a match, or maybe switch from room to room between them. But I think I won't do that because of bugs maybe from joining, I don't know. But the thing is, it's defined which place it's going to mix up with whom, okay? Just to get the skill a bit mixed up. And then the top 2 of each match, as we can see here in blue, is getting into semifinals, okay? Into 2 groups out of 4 players again. Cup mode again, finalist mode, I mean. Top 2 of those 2 semifinal groups are getting into finals. That's the format switch. It's just that. Cooking for you. Yes, I'm cooking for you tonight. That's the format. Okay. It's just that.